Last week I made a video about my favorite sketchbook to carry with me every single day. I never have to think about whether I want to walk out of the door with art supplies or not because it's kind of just already with me by default. Like this is the little bag I carry around. It's got my phone, my wallet, and it has room for a passport-sized sketchbook and a couple of pens. So I've already talked about the sketchbook, but what about the pens? I'm actually not a huge fan of these Micron drawing pens. I have some others that I really like, and I want to show you what they are and what's so great about them. So one is the Tombow Fudenosuke. The hard tip is the pen is more of a blue color. The soft tip, the pen is more of a black color. I'll show you more about those in a minute. I also really like these Faber Castell Fude Nib pens, and they also have one with a hard tip, one with a medium tip. So those are marked FM or FH. And then, of course, I really like these brush pens, and I'll show you more about how I use those as well. In terms of the Fude Nib Faber Castell pens, just so you know, you can buy them as part of this modern lettering set. It's not a bad little set, but you can also just buy them individually. You'll find them on your own. So, what I do, the reason I have a sketchbook like this and what I do with it is I carry it around and, anytime I have a few minutes, maybe I'm just waiting for a bus or I don't know, whatever it is, I'll just draw kind of as I'm going about my day. And I usually pre-paint the pages a little bit. So that's what you're seeing here, like that yellow, like I did that a long time ago. And then I'll carry just one drawing pen with me, and a gray marker for shadows. But I mix those up and take other colors as well. So the FM and FH are what I'm using here. And I hope you can see that you can get really, really fine lines, but you can also get thicker lines. And that's what makes these so great. The same is really true of the Tombows. Like here you can see I'm laying them on their side and I'm getting a much thicker, bolder line. And I'm going to go ahead and use all four in this drawing just so you can really see. They're kind of interchangeable. It's really just a question of whether you like a slightly softer, more flexible nib or whether you want one that's harder. I prefer the softer ones. So the Faber Castell FM, the Fude Medium, is really my favorite. But the Tombows also, they're very good. And again, there's one that has a softer tip. And so that one does give you a little bit more flexibility. But when I'm doing something like this, like these tree branches, it's really nice that it can go from thick to thin with just one move like that. The other thing is I just put a little bit of marker down on top. So these are completely waterproof drawing pens. So if you want to add a layer of marker or paint or anything else on top, the ink isn't going to smear, which is a huge plus. I also really like that you can write with these a bit as well. So it's not like it's such a drawing pen that you couldn't also use it to make notes or write in. It does have a nice fine tip that's very comfortable for writing. And these are really terrific, affordable, fun pens to carry around. But I've got some other suggestions for you as well. The other pen that I really love to carry around with me is just kind of an everyday pen is the Pentel Brush Sign Pen. These are incredibly versatile, useful pens. They come in so many different colors. These are sort of the ones that I like the best, but there's a ton of them out there if you go looking. It's a very flexible nib also, so you can get a fine tip, but you can also lay it on its side. It's really great for writing, but this will give you some idea of what I do when I draw with them. Like I'll take two colors with me, so on that day I had the gold one and the brown one. So different colors on different days, but one thing to keep in mind with these pens is they're not waterproof. So like there's little sort of gray dots all over these drawings, and that's because I was sitting outside and it started to rain, my paper got a little wet, and these actually smeared. So if you think you're going to put watercolor on top or even markers on top, they will smear. But other than that, I think they're terrific pens, and I just love the idea of maybe just picking a couple to take with you on different days and swapping them out. And by the way, PSA, if you store your pens upright on your desk or a bag on a hook like this, you need a pen drawer. These kind of pens are actually a lot better stored on their side than straight up and down. If you store it with the tip pointed up, then the ink tends to pool in the bottom, and you might think you're being clever by turning them upside down and storing them that way, but actually the ink will pool in the tip and kind of dry out and clog the pen. So keep them stored sideways, and then just swap out your pens regularly if they're hanging in a bag all the time like that. But here's one more tip. If you have a pen that seems like it's getting a little dried out, you're not sure if it's just because it's been upright for too long or what, put a piece of tape around it. That'll remind you that it's an older pen. Maybe you don't want to take it on a big trip with you, but if it sits in a drawer for a while, it might kind of revive itself. Now, these pens come in a lot of terrific colors. I love these brush pens, but usually I'm carrying a gray and a black around with me. And I do like to pre-paint the pages to add a little color. So even if I'm just drawing in black and gray, there's these random hits of color that I've done kind of before I went anywhere. So these are fun pens to carry around. I like pre-painting the pages so that I've got a little bit of color, but generally one of these Faber Castell Fude Nib pens or the Tombow Fudenosuke pens along with a gray brush pen is everything I need. But fortunately, these also come in other colors, so it gives a lot of flexibility and just gives you a way to have something super easy that you can take with you anywhere and always have a way to draw and write when you're on the go. If you're enjoying this, I hope you'll give it a like and a subscribe, but I also wanted to let you know that the full version of this and a bunch of other things I post on YouTube is all available to my newsletter subscribers. So if you sign up, you get something new every week where we do the full version with a lot more detail, videos, art supplies. We also do live Zooms together, all kinds of stuff. So there's the address, and check that out too if you're interested.